Oh, nice.
Thank you.
So, yeah, add a d4 to your roll of 9.
I never thought I'd get outpaced by a turtle. I got a 1.
A turtle.
Bumped it up to 1.
You can lead a jack to water.
Well, I try.
Your guidance is much appreciated there, Mishka, but I think I know how to fucking run.
Evidently not. Regardless, Zachariah with a 20, Moriarty with a 21, and Mitsuka with a 19. Well, Mitsuka's hanging behind, so... Zachariah and Moriarty easily overtake this Genasi before, as she is approaching the fungal crags, but before she actually goes through the gates. Moriarty, you've met her before, so you can confirm this is, in fact, Azure.
That's her. That's the bitch.
And the rest of you can show up after a couple minutes of talking, or a few rounds of talking.
I would, with as much authority as I can muster, I would say, Azure, stop.
She will turn around, and she'll kind of blink, and she'll say, "What? Who are you?"
I'm a good friend of Hudson Slow.
I'm sorry, of who now?
Is Clacker with me?
Clacker is close behind. He's in earshot, but he's not up to conversational distance yet.
I'm already in over my head. I'm looking around, being like, oh fuck, I can't really, can't.
I think they know who he was, probably.
What did you do with my friend?
Both Moriarty and Zachariah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Ooh. 21.
And an 8 from Zachariah. Azure got a 5, so you can tell that, there's something in her eyes, even in the dim moonlight. She knows what you're talking about. She's just playing dumb.
I have a very large aquatic friend.
It's true.
Seconds behind me, who likes to grab people by the ankles and shake information out of them. I've had a long day. I've had a bad day. You took my friend. You're going to tell me what you did with him right now.
She casts Fog Cloud and starts running away under its cover.
I will, did I not take Counterspell?
Counterspell is higher level than you are.
Oh, I was like, goddamn, Nivets? What's going on?
Yeah.
Nivets.
Let's, roll initiative real quick.
What was that? What was that? I got a 19, but I can't select my token.
Oh, weird.
Moriarty has a 17.
Well, Mitsuka critical failed.
Oof.
She takes no initiative.
I rolled a 19.
Did Jack roll? There we go.
18.
Nice. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll have Zachariah go first, and then Clacker, because Zachariah's in closer proximity to Azure. It is, let's see. Yeah, so we're all going to be in initiative. Clacker is 60 feet away from this, so a double move would get him there. Jack and Mitsuka are 90 feet away. So Zachariah, there's a fog cloud. Azure is now heavily obscured.
Right. And how far away from me are they?
The end of the fog cloud is about 10 feet away. She was probably about 25 feet away before she cast it.
Okay. So I am going to send Raven as high into the sky as possible to keep eyes for me.
Okay.
I'm going to blindly Misty Step max range into the fog cloud.
Okay.
And then I am going to, I don't know if I can roll a perception check or not, but I'm basically going to get through to the other side of the fog cloud.
Yeah, so go ahead and make a perception check. I'll say that is, well, let's see. Yeah, I'll give you that for a free action.
Okay, I'm blowing my inspiration on this.
Okay.
I got a 20.
Nice. Yeah, you see her, she is darting off toward, away from the fungal crags toward the riverbed, essentially, headed southwest along the town.
Okay, and so with my Misty Step, that's 30 feet. How far away from me is she now?
Before your movement, she double moved. So that would... Wait, she can't double move because she used her action to cast a spell. So she's single moved, putting her a total of 55 feet away from you. Okay. So now that you've Misty Stepped and moved out of the radius of the fog, that would have taken half of your actual movement. Math. Misty Step is 30 feet?
Misty Step's 30 feet, yeah.
So she's now 10 feet away from you.
And Misty Step's a bonus action.
Correct. You still have 15 feet of movement.
I still have 15 feet of movement. I am... I don't actually have anything great for this specific situation. I think I run up to her and I'm within melee range of her right now. I think I'm gonna try to grapple her, even though I have literally, I'll have to roll my ass off right here.
All right.
Just do the Batman. Where is he? Where is he?
Where's Hudson?
I'm gonna try to grapple.
Vengeance!
I think I said vengeance last episode, actually.
In the one that came out this week, yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh my god.
All right, so your athletics against her acrobatics, she gets a 15.
I almost got there.
Almost. Yeah.
I got a 13, which isn't terrible, really.
Right, it's not.
But I am within melee range of her now.
Right.
I'm actually going to use those last 5 feet to get in front of her.
Okay. That'll help slow her down. Clacker.
Can I say something too, or have I done too much?
I think because you did perception, that's already kind of a free action. I know you get unlimited, so just something very brief, and then we're getting to Clacker.
If you want to live, you're going to stop right now.
All right. Clacker, you are at this point 60 feet away from Moriarty, so that's 115 feet behind Zachariah and Azure. There's also currently a fog cloud in the way, so you can't see them.
I'll just follow them and I guess I'll do double movement to move up 60 feet. Would I be able to see them from there, or can I just go right through the fog cloud and then I can see them?
The fog cloud would still be between you and them at that point, so you're up to Moriarty. The fog cloud is about 10 feet in front of you now.
Okay. That's really all I can do, so I'll just double move up.
All right, and Jack, you are 90 feet back. I'm guessing you're just gonna double move, but let me know if there's something else.
I've been thinking about it, and I think a double move is pretty much the best option I got.
Ooh.
Okay. To make this interesting, I'm gonna add a slight mechanic here. What is everyone's con mod?
Oof, con
3.
mod.
2.
2.
3, yeah.
I mean 5, actually.
I typed it out for you. I don't know if that's
Thanks.
helpful.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that with everyone here in a second. What was Moriarty?
3.
All right, so I will have each of you keep track of this, and I'll keep track of Azure. After you have, after each of you have gone a number of rounds equal to 1 plus your con mod, you're gonna have to start making Constitution athletics checks to keep up.
Got it.
So Azure is actually at a disadvantage because she is less hardy than all of you. So that's probably gonna work in your favor in this instance. So Jack double moves Moriarty. That brings us to you.
Moriarty's gonna move 30 feet, try to get through the fog bank towards where he thinks they went.
All right. Let me check the radius on Fog Cloud. I believe it's a 20-foot radius.
Yeah. Well, it's a 20-foot square, not radius.
20-foot radius.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No worries. I couldn't remember which one it was, so wanted to double check. So, Moriarty, a single move will take you to the middle of the fog cloud. A double move would take you out of it.
Alright, Moriarty moves full move then, all the way up.
All right. Which puts you, I believe, 5 feet behind Zachariah and Azure.
If you don't stop now, you're gonna regret it.
Mitska, and then Azure. Mitska, you're 90 feet behind the action right now.
Yeah, I think I would just double move up and get closer to the action.
All right.
God, where's Kennewan when you need him?
I haven't learned how to run fast yet, okay?
Seems like the first thing that would teach you in Wayfinder School.
Well, I'm faster than your friend over here.
There.
Azure is going to drop concentration on her fog cloud, so you can all see her now, even though some of you are still a fair distance behind her. And she is going to cast Coral Skin on herself. So Coral heart grows and hardens along her skin, boosting her armor class. And then she's going to move around Zachariah, provoking an op attack.
So, here's the deal. Can I grapple for my attack of opportunity?
Sure.
Okay.
That sounds fun.
I am going to try and grab them again.
All right. She gets a 19.
I got an 11.
Yeah, so she skirts around you. Because you got in her way, she is now only 25 feet ahead of you.
Right. Yep.
And she used her action to cast another spell instead of double moving, so that's all she can do. So we're now back to Zachariah.
I am going to... I'm going to start violence. I'm just trying to... I hope this isn't not fun for anyone, but like just trying, like Zachariah at this juncture would probably start violence. So I am going to run up so that I am in range of her. Well, first I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness at her.
It's a sick ray, dude.
I miss. Hopefully it scares her a little bit at least. Like, so basically I try to grab her again. I magically pull my spellbook out. I pull a spell, this like long greenish black tendril of just like slime almost, and then I fire it towards her, and I imagine it like splatters and squishes to the ground beside her.
Yeah.
Ew.
And then I run up ahead of her again, and I'd say, I won't miss again. So I am now, I mean, we're running, right? But I'm a little bit ahead of her right now.
Right. All right, Clacker. Let's see, you moved up to where Moriarty was before he moved. You are 60 feet behind Moriarty. The fog has cleared up. 30 feet ahead of Moriarty is, or 25 feet ahead of Moriarty is Azure. So she's 85 feet ahead of you. And then Zachariah is 5 feet ahead of her.
Yeah, all I can really do is double move again.
Alright.
So I will double move again.
All right. And just a reminder, because I know that probably feels boring, you have absolutely gained on her because she's only single moved both turns.
I'll be like, oh, hey there, you better stop. I'm coming up to you now.
He can grab you.
She is unresponsive to both of you right now. She just seems focused on getting away. It is Jack's turn. So again, doing those maths, you are 115 feet behind her currently.
I will move up 30 feet
Okay.
and take aim. Seeing Zachariah has started the violence, I will commence violence.
Violence has been commenced.
Crackling bolt of lightning shoots right at Azure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna throw a guiding bolt. Oof, a 12.
A 12 is going to miss her because she has her coral skin. So I even imagine that like makes some kind of contact, but it sort of skitters off without actually damaging her.
All right, and then I'm just gonna use my tempestuous magic and bonus action to move forward another 10 feet.
Nice. Bringing you up to 75 feet behind her.
Nice.
Moriarty and then Mitsuka.
So I'm, what, 20? No, yeah, 20 feet away from her?
25 feet, yep.
Okay. But first off, Moriarty's, I told you to stop, and he's gonna cast Thorn Whip. So he grabs his fishing pole,
Yeah.
line throws back,
Here it comes.
swings it forward.
Oh
24.
Dang. Yeah, I was waiting for that. I was like, man, Moriarty is built for this.
You rolled a
It
19.
wraps around her, and he just yanks her back 10 feet closer. Now you stop right there before I beat the shit out of you. You got some. I got some questions for you.
Ooh.
My hero.
All right. Do you move up so that you're in melee with her?
Yes.
Okay. And Mitsuka, you're currently 100. Well, you were 115 feet back. Now you're only 105 feet back because she got yanked.
So I'm gonna double move and I'm gonna cast Hold Person on her.
Ooh, nice.
Alright, I'm casting, Hold Person for spell save DC 12.
Save DC 12. And with a 10, she is restrained.
Alright, perfect. I think Mitsuka would yell, like, don't you know that running from the Wayfarers never ends very well for anyone?
Wayfinders.
Slap
That's
her.
what I said.
Don't let her correct you like this.
You would question a Wayfinder?
She doesn't even know herself.
There was the Hudson shining out of her.
Got a lot of nerve.
Her turn, she is paralyzed, so she's just going to make a save at the end of her turn to try to break free. She gets another 10 and is still stuck, so you can all gather around her on this next turn. And she's
Arr.
completely paralyzed, so she can't do anything to respond at this point.
Well. Who's got the net?
You made it, Jack. I think I would walk forward and continue kind of holding my book out and swirling my hands in front of it as if to pull more spells from my book.
I actually haven't it.
You're going to tell us what you did with our friend, and then we're going to let you go. We don't care about Riptide. We only care about our friend.
through it all, she is just staring at you without moving.
Listen, you can tell me, or I can ask your corpse later.
She still makes no motion. She doesn't even blink.
Does anyone know any enchantment magic?
Should I grab her by the ankles?
No, she's not gonna tell us. She works for Riptide. She's like trained
I'm
for
gonna
this type of
cast
thing.
Charm Person as a cantrip on her.
Oh, maybe maybe it's because she's paralyzed. Wait. I think let's give her a chance before you enchant her. I don't like enchantment magic, honestly.
Well, does anyone have any rope or manacles or
But
something?
I got some. I said I have some net.
Yeah, we have Net, we have Clacker. She's
I
just
see my fishing net with your Hold on a second.
We have
Warrior,
that.
he's
There's Clacker.
digging in his bag. There's the particle. So here's some net. All right. Wait, why don't I just use my extra fishing line? You know what? Here's some rope, but just tie her up. I don't want her to ruin my net.
okay.
All right.
I mean, isn't a net just a rope?
I'm gonna assume that you can easily, restrain her and then drop the hold person. I won't have you roll anything for that.
I say the exact same thing that I did before, again, without blinking. Well, I don't have eyes, but...
Yeah, she makes a show of, working her jaw, moving her mouth muscles, and then she says, yeah, you promise you'll let me go? I don't really have any, beef with you. I don't have any beef with your friend.
I mean, if you tell us the correct information that leads to Hudson, then yes, I don't see any reason why not?
He is aboard the Black Tusk, which has already set sail. Good luck catching it. I would wish you luck. I really don't care whether you catch it or not. I swear on my life that is accurate information.
Why'd you run?
I'd rather have avoided this whole debacle if I could have.
Where are they going? Where's their destination?
To the best of my understanding, I'm not told much, you understand. I was given a job, I did it, that's all. I think they're headed toward West Annika mainland. The most direct route, you could check a map, it'd probably be Kings River or Ricksport. I'm not sure which one.
And why him?
I don't know. Need to know basis, you understand? I only do what I'm told. Just trying to get by.
I would, Azure, listen, you're in with the wrong people.
Don't you think I know that? College tuition gotta get paid somehow.
Really?
Wow.
Going to school at the Fungal Crags is not cheap.
Well, what are you going to school for?
Why don't you just join one of the other, more normal gangs, like the Pride or the Shadow Gloves? Why'd you have to join Riptide? That's the wrong crowd, Asher.
It's a scholarship. I mean, they pay very well.
Riptide has scholarships?
I was
I
using...
mean,
oh my...
well, fuck,
I was
honestly.
using the term sarcastically. They paid my tuition so I can get my credentials from the Fungal Crags as one of the magistrate. My end game, you see, is just to help this city, to be a magister, to try to help tamp out some of the corruption. And I recognize the hypocrisy of doing what I did in order to do that. But you all make sacrifices for things you care about, right?
No? What is this? What was that word?
Sacrifices? Care?
Like spell components. What's the sacrifices? I write the word down, I look at him. Is this what language is that? She means components, right?
Oh, I've seen it used in some components for rituals to some gods on some other islands.
Right, so Hudson was a sacrifice for some sort of ritual?
Well, we better hope not. Those people didn't end well for them.
I chose to get in with a crowd that I'm not too fond of in order to do something that I want to do. That's what I meant by sacrifice.
But how are you going to make reparation for the harm that you've done? If your intents were evil, I don't understand your moral logic here.
I'm trying to do good for Cliffs Bay, and if someone needs to be waylaid by Riptide, she says the word kind of furtively, and I can help with that in exchange for some coin in order to later help Cliffs Bay. To me, that's worth it.
Sounds like a story.
Seems
But
rather convenient that
Told yourself.
helping you helps Cliffs Bay, doesn't it?
Right. Nathan, I want to be clear. As I understand it, Riptide are not great people, right?
That would be Zachariah's understanding. And
Okay.
Yeah, that would be the understanding of everyone in this group. They are pretty ruthless international criminals.
Right.
Well,
That's not to say there's not good people among them, but the good among them is fewer and further between than there might be with other groups.
I hate to tell you this, Azure, but we have evidence that you're working for Riptide. I certainly don't want you to continue waylaying visitors to the city, taking their friends from them, lying to people, letting such a terrible organization into the fine city of Cliffs Bay. So, it's my opinion, and I can't speak for any of my friends here, so it was nice knowing you if they disagree, but
Her eyes get big.
you might want to use this time to, how would you say, skip town. And then I would look to, like, Jack and Clacker, and Moriarty. No offense, Mitsuka, I just met you, but I would look to my friends that I've known for a whole lot longer of, like, 6 more days, and say, I don't think that she's earned a sentence of death, but I leave it in your hands.
For what it's worth, I don't think I deserve a sentence of death either. I am trying to help people. I recognize my methods are not preferable.
You know what?
What's that, fisherman?
Well, I was just gonna, I was thinking, and then it's like, not one much for slavers, and you came, capturing a man and throwing him on a ship. It's not, my favorite thing. So, I wouldn't mind hanging you, really.
She freezes up again so much that you think she might actually be under hold person again. She kind of looks to the rest of you.
What say you, Clacker?
Alex wants to slap her, but Clacker, I don't know. I don't think so.
I didn't say we had a hanger, I just said I wouldn't mind it.
Well, perhaps we pass the sentence then. I think we're all a little burnt out. It's been a long day. I say death. I think my friends here agree, but perhaps we could put a stay of execution out. If you were to cooperate with us in the future, of course.
What do you have in mind?
Well, it's not going to be fun. I would say, in simple terms, you work for us now.
I'm listening. I do have a desire to make this city better, though.
I have a desire to make all free people's lives better. That's none of your concern, though. Your concern is that Riptide will think you still work for them. You still work for us. You double-cross us. Sentence is carried out.
So I'm an informant. I stay in the city. I keep working on making it better in my own way. As you return to the city, I hand out information that you need.
And you seek out additional information on Riptide.
This
Leaders.
is acceptable.
Information.
I will readily agree to those terms.
That was a little too easy.
I mean, the alternative you gave me is not too great. I don't really see very much bargaining room that I have.
Well, I mean, you'll be risking your life working for us. I assume if Riptide finds out that you're a double agent.
I, frankly, plan on gathering information slowly so that I am able to gather a lot without dying, so that I'm able to do good for this city, while still fulfilling the terms of our agreement.
I shrug and I look to my companions. I guess it's a question of do we trust her or not? Because if we don't trust her, we just made very powerful enemies.
I think by the end of this, we're going to be making some pretty powerful enemies anyways.
Right.
That, and we still have Zug-Zug, so we already have powerful enemies.
From an alley nearby, you hear, "Hey guys, speaking of powerful enemies, look at this rat I caught."
Zelton, stop spying on us!
Holy
God
shit, does
damn
that have 2 heads and 4 tails?
It sure does. And he holds it out, and he's got like the biggest grin on his face. He's holding it by its tail, and it's squirming around, trying to bite at his arm.
It's so cute! Let me see it.
Raven says, "Cute, cute."
Shut the fuck up, ugly bastard. Can I try to hold the rat?
Yeah, you can try to hold the rat. Make an animal handling check.
I want it to bite me though, but I don't have any skin, so
Right.
I rolled an 8.
With an 8, it does bite you, but again, you're just bone, so I'm not gonna roll damage for that.
I imagine it's hanging off me, trying desperately to kill me, and I'm
Right, it's just gnawing on one of the bones in your forearm.
Look at this! Look at how adorable this is!
Oh, wait, it has 2 heads, so it's actually gnawing on both of the 2 major bones in your forearm.
I love him.
I don't.
I don't actually. Where did you find this, Sultan?
I found it in the alley. He puts his hands on his hips and he grins up at you. Like you said,
Was it
find
above?
sapphire, find a rat.
Above, below, up, down?
It was in an alley. It was trying to eat some garbage, and I caught it.
Standard rat affair.
Right.
I don't think standard rats have 2 heads and 4 tails.
Yeah, but it's still doing rat shit. It's still doing rat things.
Yes.
So, okay. I actually don't know what my plan was. We've confirmed Zogjagonku is here, but I don't know if we can, follow the rat back to them. Yeah, I actually don't know.
I think we probably could.
You think we could? So if I release the rat, will it go back to Zogjagonku?
Well, I think we follow the trail of mutated rats.
That's true. Zelton,
Yeah.
I need you to find the source now.
That sounds really dangerous.
It is.
I'm a map maker.
You're a bit more than a map maker, you know it.
Just find us a larger congregation of these rats and we'll investigate further.
No, Belton is the map maker. Keep up.
Zelton, shut the fuck up! Has my patience not been communicated clearly? Go find the source!
Hey, it was a joke in good faith, okay? I'll do my best.
You have about as much good faith as this rat.
Yeah, you're right. I'll release it, I'll follow it, I'm not gonna risk my life, I'm not gonna go down into the sewer.
Oh, no! No. I'm keeping this one. This is adorable.
Well, how am I supposed to find the rest then?
You've proven that you can catch a rat successfully. Now go find where they're coming from. Catch another one.
Of all the no good. And he, mutters to himself and stalks back into the alley.
I imagine, without any, pause, I turn back to Azure with this terrifying rat hanging off of my arm.
Right.
Well, I guess we have a deal? I looked at my friend. I don't want to make this deal without their approval.
We have a deal, I suppose, but if you cross us, we'll kill you for sure.
I understand.
Oh, yeah.
I will gather as much information as possible without risking my life. That way I am a more useful asset long term. You must know, though, I agree to this with the intent of doing everything I can to continue to better the state of affairs in Cliffs Bay, but I see no conflict of interest between that and your own goals.
There is none.
As long as we're forthright about that.
We're literally here helping Cliffs Bay. You deceived and took someone who was here on the request of someone we met a few days ago to help this fucking town with its Eltons and with its Riptides and with its fake sapphires that pretend to be Riptides and its horny
You're not
ass.
supposed to tell him that part.
Fuck.
If you tell anybody else that, well, you'll probably just get a knife in the back from somebody else.
They didn't do a great job of pretending, to be fair.
But this is true.
She misty steps so that she's standing upright and no longer tied up with the ropes, and she just nods and says, "We're in agreement then?"
I guess. Unless, my friends...
Very well.
I just hope you see how tenuous this agreement is.
Believe me, I do. I will do my part.
I'm sorry about your apartment, by the way. And then I turn and walk away.
Wait, I pop the collar on my coat and turn and walk away.
Hey, wait a sec. Part of the deal, I suppose. She stalks away as grumpily as Nelton did.
It's hard to get good help in this city.
Well, hopefully I can give you some good help, Kenawan says as he runs up to you.
Oh,
God,
wow,
you're so fast.
Oh,
Jesus.
I'm really picturing he has an anime run. He's got his arm behind his back and he just supersonic booms.
Just Naruto running everywhere.
I imagine the mailman from Legend of Zelda. He's just like...
So the way Kenawan runs is a little bit anime, but instead of the Naruto arms behind his arms are clasped, and you can't see his hands because his robe is folded over his hands, and he just runs with his hands clasped that way, just runs straight up to you. And he strokes his silvering beard, and he's brunette, he's in his older years though, and he says, "So the bad news is I found your friend Leon, shook him out of a drunken sleep. He and I carried him, by the way. It was very tiring because I run faster than him, but we took him to the way that they communicate with the blockade, and by the time we contacted the blockade, the ship, the Black Tusk, had already passed. The good news is that the ship is affiliated with, or was formerly affiliated with WAP, and so while its captain, Grizzle the Walrus Folk, is unaware of this, we are spreading the word through the West Anakin Navy that there is something it's difficult to sell that he's working with the Tyingese. I don't believe that the Navy bought that, but they're at least going to look into him further next time he docks. So hopefully that will buy us some time, slow him down. In the meantime, have you figured out their destination?
Yes. Well, potentially. I can't remember.
I think one of them was like Kingston. It started with the K.
Yeah, what was it that Azure said?
Yeah, the 2 docks that she mentioned were Kings River and Ricksport.
Oh, I was off by a lot.
Yeah, so, 1, it's impressive you're not even winded. I'm, like, legitimately impressed by you right now. 2,
Thank you.
Kings River and...
You didn't run that far.
I ran halfway across the city and then halfway back across the city carrying a lion folk.
Yeah, it's impressive, Jack. I mean, you could barely make it off the dock. Let's not kid. Yeah, something about, like, Pricksport.
What?
Prickspot.
In Kings River.
Kings River and Prickspot.
In mainland West Danica?
Yes.
Okay. So I hope that we are able to recover your friend. At the same time, we have to consider the fate of Cliffs Bay. We have alerted both the West Danican Navy and the West Danican Association of Privateers that Grizzle and the Black Tusk need to be investigated post-haste. I do not feel that I can abandon my mission here to find the mind flayers that are corrupting this city.
Oh, no, we wouldn't ask you to. Jack, they didn't leave that long ago. They have a couple hours lead on us, right? 2 or 3 hours?
Yar.
So, is it ridiculous if they don't know they're being chased that we could catch up with them with the rusty razor singing lady?
So,
The captain of the Black Squirrel.
Yeah, I mean, if we're hurrying and they're just sailing.
Yar, I suppose it just depends on how big their boat is and our boat is, and I didn't get a good look at it. How big was the other boat? Like, should I roll like some sort of skill check for this?
No, you can remember how big it was. It was a full, galleon, 5-mast. It's gonna go pretty fast even if they're not fleeing from someone. Again, if Elizabeth Chance is, as good a captain and has as good a boat as she claims, it is not unrealistic to think you might catch them before they reach West Danica. It would be tight either way, but it's within possibility.
And how many days travel is that? Like, how long would we be away from Cliffs Bay? Because I care about Cliffs Bay too, but it's so... Hudson would never abandon me. If that was me in that boat, Hudson would be swimming right now.
Jack would know. Moriarty would probably know. It is, depending on the weather, the wind, the currents, all of that, it's probably a 3-week trip one way.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the ocean is big.
And what was the timeline from the first spotting of the aberration to Crocodile coming out of the well and killing children?
The first spotting of the aberration was the crocodile. Kraz going missing was, also actually about 3 weeks. It might have been closer to a month.
So we don't have 3 weeks. We've already seen the rats. We don't have 3 weeks.
I'm frustrated. I start pacing.
We don't. If we leave Cliffs Bay now, then we'll be gone for 3 weeks one way, 3 weeks back. Cliffs Bay will be the fucking tentacle itself. It'll be a city with a fucking tentacle. A fucking city with mouths and... Oh, fucking... This is impossible.
And I'm gonna, punch a wall near me.
It takes 0 damage.
It takes 0 damage, yeah.
So is catching up with them totally out of the question then?
It's not totally out of the question. It would be pretty unlikely. But again, with, messenger albatrosses and such have been sent out to communicate with the rest of West Danica. Again, given the steampunk-esque level of technology, there will be some form of scrying mirror communication happening during the day as well. So Kinawan is fairly confident that the ship will befall some sort of legal frustration once it reaches shore.
But that doesn't mean that Hudson will be freed.
It doesn't
right?
mean that Hudson will be freed. ideally, it does mean that he'll be freed. More likely, it just means that they're going to be significantly slowed down once they make landfall.
Yeah, time's not on our side, sounds like.
We made Kraz a promise, and Hudson's one of ours. We have to pick. There's no way around it. There's no nice way to put it.
I mean...
Is it one of the crew, or is it our word? It's an impossible choice.
Why can't we save Hudson and then come back after everyone's killed and reclaim the town?
I don't think that's what Kraz meant when he had us promise to stop Zogjagonku. I think he meant, before he does major genocide. Maybe I misunderstood. I don't know. Can someone send in Kraz?
I think if everybody stayed, we also lose our track on Zug Zug. So we kind of would have just failed even if we took back the town from the things.
We also don't know why she's doing what she's doing. Maybe the town is like a step and then there's like a point of no return. And then once the town is a town in a town with mouths and tentacles, that's her true plan. And then she'd consume, I don't know.
I vote Hudson.
God damn it, I vote Hudson too. I punched the wall again.
Clacker?
Oh yeah, we gotta save Hudson.
Sounds pretty unanimous. That's at least 3 out of 5, so it doesn't really matter what everybody else thinks, does it? No.
Of course it matters. You're a respected member of this crew.
I'm just saying majority vote.
You're just always trying to escape culpability. Fucking say what you want to say. Say
make
what
me
you
grab
mean,
your ankles.
What are you
Moriarty.
talking about?
Say
I was
that
about
what
to
you
hang
want.
a lady. I'm fine with going and saving Hudson. I would love to save the man.
Okay, thank you for stating that.
All right.
I was just saying, that we made up our minds already.
No, we did. You didn't.
Yeah.
Clacker,
I'll grab your ankles.
I pull up my fishing pole. You want to go?
We can't be fighting amongst ourselves right now.
You're right. You have a 3-week journey, so we have plenty of time to fight aboard.
It seems like this Hudson fellow is very important to you all.
We need to agree that when we get Hudson, we come right back here and we see if there's anything we can do. Maybe there's not. Maybe there is. We make as good a time as we can. We don't stop and do any shopping or spa things or go on any no side quests. We have to agree right now, no side quests.
That sounds like a reasonable request.
Hudson, and then back here. Is there a teleportation circle or something in Fungal Crabs, Kenneron? Do you know? Funtime Crab teleportation circle. Could we maybe get... Wait! I have and I would open my book and I would show them. I have Kraz's teleportation circle. Maybe there's someone in that place that can teleport us back. And then we at least save some time, right?
Yeah, that would save us a lot of time, because it only took us, a day to get here from Kraz.
So that's a little bit of time. My guilt is subsiding very slightly. I still think it's way too much. But...
it's fine.
It's probably not fine. 0 to Crocodile was about 3 weeks. So we're to Crocodile right now. I think 3 more weeks, I don't know.
There's more tough lads in this town than there were in the other one.
Right. In the other town, it seemed like I could single-handedly have taken over Westport if I wanted
Jesus.
to.
Now, Kilowan and Mitska, you don't have a way of wayfinding us from here to Westport right now, do you? Just special mode of transportation you haven't been telling us about.
My astral ship is only large enough for 2 people, unfortunately.
But can you take one person to the other side real quick? Is what I'm asking.
The astral sea time travels differently. It's usually fairly easy to move faster in the astral sea than the equivalent material plane. But occasionally there is some sort of temporal glitch. My experience is generally that for every 2 days you travel in the astral plane, it tends to be roughly equivalent to 1 day of traveling, 1 week of traveling in this world. So it's roughly 4 times as fast in general. But again, I can only take one other person.
I don't think there's anyone... I'm assuming there's not a wizard or mage or sorceress powerful enough to get us to a circle across there, but there might be a way to get back. Maybe we can't rely on it, though. I've only read about the spell. It's very powerful.
Right. Well, regardless of your decision, I do not fault you for choosing a friend over a over a quest assigned by someone that you don't know well. I would be in a
We'll
difficult...
do both.
I understand the difficulty of this.
I don't think we'll do both.
I do plan on staying here regardless and seeing my mission through. Mitsuka, I put your decision in your own hands. You are a full wayfinder now. You're no longer one of my students.
It seems important to me that we combat the forces of Riptide, and also it seems that this man Hudson is rather important to these people, and perhaps I'll learn a thing or two crossing the ocean with them.
That is an excellent point. If Riptide sees it prudent to kidnap Hudson, then he must know something about him or have some significance in the organization.
Yes, and
I guess actually
I
just more
trust that
likely
you'll be
it was
able
a
to
Mozzie.
handle things here, Master Kinawan.
All right.
Well,
Welcome to the crew, Mitsuka. Again,
Yarr.
welcome officially. Jack, I do want to make sure before we go, I think it's very unlikely we'll be able to do both. Does that influence your decision at all?
No, but I don't see why we can't.
Okay, well, all right. Someone needs to go get Kaylee, because we left her in our room.
Yeah. I can go get her.
the corgi is trotting up, and Gailey is on its back, just
That
blocking
is so fucking convenient. I love you two.
Right.
I cannot leave without talking to Sapphire again. My conscience will destroy me, but it's right there on the docks, right?
The metaphor
Right.
is right there on the docks. Kaylee says,
I was playing with some of the rats, but then one of the rats was icky, and so I stopped playing with the rats.
Was it this one?
Ew! Gross!
Okay.
No! Mine had 8 eyes like a spider.
Well,
Gross.
I read this book. It was called like a Game of Boats, and at one point they took one of the undead and they put it in a box, and then they threw it before the queen and said, "We have to work together." And I'm gonna try that with this rat. It's not as good as an undead. I love zombies, by the way, but it's not gonna be as good. But maybe it'll have the same effect. I'm going to go try, because if I can get Sapphire to work with Pride, if I can get Shadow Glove and Pride to work together, with Kenawan's help, they might be able to hold out until we get back. I have to at least try. I'm sure. I don't know. We'll see.
Right. Especially if we give Leon and them all of the leads we have.
Kenawan, I think you can trust Leon. I don't fucking know.
Also, I
Well,
think
I
we
mean,
should
we'll
use
give it
our
to Kenawan too.
new source of information, Azure, as much as you want. You know, she kind of owes us. Also, there's a halfling running around town pretending to be lots of people. He works for us too.
Do we want to take Zelton with us? I kind of like him.
He's out for looking for a rat. I mean, if you want to search for him, we
I
might
can get
miss
him.
our boat.
I can send Raven for him. He can meet us at the dock. I don't know if he wants to leave town though. We should at least give him the chance, though, right? I mean, chance to turn his life around. No,
This would
okay.
be a perfect time to ditch him.
Yeah,
All
he
right.
tried to scam us too many times. I don't care what happens to him.
He did complain about my fish wine.
Well, it was fish wine, to be fair. All right, I'm gonna go try Sapphire one more time. I'm sure it's fucking futile, but let's fucking go.
all right. Anything else anywhere in town from any of the rest of you before going back to the docks?
I think Mitsuko would just kind of like nod to Kinawan and be like, "Good luck, master, and I'll do my best to remember everything you've taught me."
You always have done your best, Mitsuka. That's all anyone can ask of you. And he squeezes your shoulder. He has to reach up to do it because you're a freaking dragon turtle born.
As long as he doesn't squeeze the shell. Yeah, and then
Are you a
Mitsuko would
soft shell?
go with the party.
All right.
Nice
Oh,
to
I
meet
think
Scott.
actually, before she'd say something.
Nice to meet Scott. Nice.
I think she would like turn and be like, "And may the astral sea always be with you." And then she would go.
the currents of time with you as well, Mitsuka.
This was cooler.
Yeah, that was way better.
We all start heading towards the metaphor.
All right.
Moriarty's gonna lean in towards Jack and be like, "No wonder he, likes zombies so much,
All right. And before heading to the Black Sparrow with Captain Chance, you can go ahead and talk with Sapphire.
Yeah, I imagine I would go to the dock and just kind of like ignore the sentries in front of on the metaphor, because they just saw me recently, so hopefully I don't die here. But
Yeah, they did, and you don't.
I would call out die again. I would just be like, Sapphire!
You should have just asked for permission to come aboard.
I don't want to go back on that stupid boat.
After a couple minutes, you see the drow, kind of like butler bodyguard person, pop up again. Oh, you again. Oh, just a minute. And she goes back down. Sapphire pops up a minute later. She has a hood on, so you can't see her horns, even though they're there on that picture. What is it?
Am I in light at all? Is there like any torches lit or anything like that?
There are not torches. You just see her silhouetted behind the setting moon, or in front of the setting moon. That's how
I am going to light my lantern in like a dark green glow and hold it up, and then I am going to present this terrifying aberration rat, and I'm going to say, you're going to start seeing more things like this very soon. And by the time they get big enough to matter to you, it's going to be too late. Riptide is already here. And if you cannot look past your differences with the Pride and with the Town Watch, everyone here is going to fall.
You should tell that to Pride.
I did talk to Pride, and I have a strong feeling that I don't know how to say this without it seeming like I'm stroking your ego, because I really, no offense, don't give a fuck about you. But you're the one.
The feeling is mutual, I assure you.
But you are the one who would be able to get everyone to the table, and you are the one who would be able to lead them through a truce. Pride will follow, the town guard will follow, and if you don't, everyone here is going to die. And I wish I cared more about that, then I fortunately don't. But this is in your hands, this is your town, these are your people to take care of, and you have been warned. I have done my job. And I'm gonna throw the rat up there.
All right. Before it lands on the ship, the drow will kind of swat it, and it splashes down into the water between the pier and the ship.
Damn it, that was gonna be so cool. Did you see it before she?
Oh yeah,
tennis
she saw
racketed
it. Yeah.
it. Okay.
It was obvious that it was not a normal rat. And Sapphire will simply say, "Your entreaty will be taken under consideration. I assure you." I
raise my hands in like that way that like I'm washing my hands of this at this point.
Yeah.
Like it's out of my hands. I don't love that I'm leaving, and I feel pretty guilty about it. But she does have, in my opinion, a lot of the power here. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. And go get my boy. Go get my boy back.
Boys are back in town.
No, he's not. That's the problem.
They're not yet.
And with that, are you all ready to depart?
I think so.
Yeah. Oh, Grant feels like fucking shit about it. Zachariah feels like shit about it. But yeah.
Perfect. So...
Perfect.
I mean, agonizing decisions, that's what heroes do. Or that's what adventurers do. So you can easily identify the ship that has, like, a bunch of sailors scurrying around on it like worker bees. At this time in the wee hours of the morning, it's the only ship with any commotion on it. Aside from the metaphor, and the metaphor is trying to be like pretty subtle. This ship is not. It's got lanterns blazing on it. Everyone is off-key singing Drunken Sailor and other sea shanties. It's very obvious. And then like with the lanterns on it, you can see in a cursive West Anakin the words Black Sparrow are painted on its prow. It has like a figurehead of a sparrow that's also been stained black.
I mean, it's a pretty nice boat.
Clacker's trying to sing along with the songs. He doesn't know the words, so he just is trying to pick up on them.
All right.
I think the best thing I can do is I'm going to look around for anything that my mending cantrip would help. Any like frayed rope, any like torn sails, anything that I can like kind of help repair. I'm going to do my best to do so, because I can't sail for shit.
Right. No, a couple of the crew members notice that, and they're like, as they're singing, "Put him in the bed with the captain's daughter," they kind of nod and like tip their sailor hats at you. Like your contribution is as much as you can do, not knowing how to sail, and they notice and appreciate that.
I feel so appreciated here. I might just stay.
Jack is doing that thing where he knows so much about how to be on a boat and like actually sail that he's doing like nothing, but it looks like he's kind of busy the whole time.
Right, yeah.
Like I'm coiling anchor chain and coiling rope and
it's
moving like a rope up and down on a hoist and it's doing nothing ultimately.
Right. It's like at the end of a shift when I'm in the back folding pizza boxes, so no one tells me to do anything else.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
Clacker knows exactly what to do, but he's really into the music. Because I was a captain of a ship, y'all. But he's
Right.
Right.
Yeah, you know all the lyrics to all the shanties. Since they are not all singing in unison, they're singing different songs in different keys. It's probably a little frustrating to you, Clacker, but you do know everything everyone is singing.
Oh, I do. I was gonna say I was thinking I wouldn't know the songs because I was like different regional songs or something. But if I know all
Oh, that's
of them,
fair. You probably know the tunes, but not necessarily the specific words.
then great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to like sing along to them. I'm like I can hum a little, but I'm missing every other word.
Right.
I think Mitsuka would go to like the front of the boat and kind of do some sort of like prayer or blessing for the voyage. Like nothing mechanically, but just kind of like praying that like the Guardians of the Astral Sea protect this ship on the sea as well.
Oh, who do you pray to?
Mitsuka like is like in the middle, like eyes closed, and she's like kind of like
Oh, hey. Oh, did you not hear me? Who do you pray?
like
Hello.
opens one
Mitsuka!
eye and like looks at him and then continues to like kind of do her little like ritual for good luck before the voyage.
Spurned.
Yeah, and then does not respond to Zachariah.
I get right up next. I know there's a lot of singing. Maybe you didn't hear me. Who are you praying to? Okay, fine. I would
Mitsuka's
sit
still
down.
like, I feel like Mitsuka's trained for concentration and, focus even with the annoyances of life. So she continues resolute
has
in
the
Damn.
her
catastrophe.
ignorance of him.
Hudson? No, I would sit down and like take notes on Mitsuka's like stance and the way that she's like sitting and I don't know, can I like roll religion? Like would I have any idea what religion they were?
Sure. Mitsuka, are you praying verbally or non-verbally?
I think it's like every now and then again there's like a word that's verbal, but it's mostly non-verbal.
Okay, so DC 18, Zachariah, on religion.
Okay. Even with my +7, I only got a 13.
Yeah, so you're not sure.
Some sort of like demonic ritual. He was talking about sacrifices earlier.
Mitsuka kind of like shakes her head, like amused a little bit, but still continues without responding to Zachariah in any other way.
This has been a harassing experience for him.
I eventually get it, and I would just kind of sit quietly and probably like do some reflection myself.
Moriarty is once he gets to board, he's just gonna look at all these drunken shits and he's gonna be like, I better start brewing some coffee or else we're going nowhere. And he gets right to it.
Excellent. So as you all settle in on the ship and it begins creaking its way away from the pier, the moon sets against a dark sea, and we will leave you there until next week.
We'll see what happens.
This has been the Kaleidosphere, to whom the sea belongs. Thank you for joining us on this epic voyage. If you enjoyed this, then please like, share, subscribe. You know the drill by now. We would also love to hear from you directly, so please email us or pop on our Discord. You can find links to all of that at linktree/thekaleidosphere. This campaign is dedicated to Brandon, who we hold in loving memory. To Whom the Sea Belongs is a campaign set in the Kaleidosphere. That's kale, like the vegetable, Ido, I-D-O, sphere. Join us next week as the party embarks on their first oceanic voyage.
Doesn't feel right without Hudson.
See you there.